Hello everyone, this is Lulu from Mercury Organizing, and you're listening to another episode of Lean Into Your Obstacles, the podcast where we explore new perspectives on organization, intentional living, and embracing life's challenges. Today's episode, we're diving into something a little different, but deeply meaningful. We're going to reflect on the blog post that I wrote titled Decluttering and Organizing on the Day of the Dead using Swedish death clearing and Hygge principles. The article explores the surprising connections between three cultural practices: the vibrant Mexican celebration of Dia de los Muertos, the Swedish art of decluttering known as dostadning, the Swedish death clearing, and the cozy, comforting Danish tradition of Hygge. At first glance, these might seem unrelated, but together they reveal powerful lessons about honoring the past, simplifying the present, and curating meaningful, cozy space in our lives. We'll talk about the emotional and practical sides of these traditions, from cherishing memories to creating environments that support intentional living. So whether you're ready to declutter, reflect, or simply make your space feel more like home, this episode has something for everyone. Let's get started.
Welcome to the deep dive. You know how sometimes you find a concept and think, wait, why haven't I heard this before? Well, get ready, because today we're diving into the unexpected links between celebrating life, honoring memories, and, decluttering.
And not your typical spring cleaning. We're going deep into perspectives from three whole cultures, each with a unique take on, living well and prepping for what's next.
It all started with that article you sent, What Do Dia de los Muertos, Dostadning, and Hygge all have in common? Definitely piqued my interest. So let's unpack this.
It's wild how these things, a Mexican holiday, Swedish decluttering, and a Danish lifestyle thing, all connect in such a deep way.
Right. Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead. When I first heard of it, I pictured something, a bit somber. But this article paints it as vibrant, joyful. Your take?
Not about mourning, really. It's about celebrating loved ones who've passed, welcoming their spirits back. Think bright colors, music, offerings, beautiful remembrance.
And those altars, the ofrendas, amazing.
Totally. Decorated with photos, mementos, their favorite foods, keeps their spirit alive, passes memories down, makes you think about the legacy we leave, even the small stuff.
It does. Okay, so we've got cherishing memories, honoring those gone, and then bam, decluttering. Quite the shift. How's dostadning fit in?
Dostadning, or death cleaning, yeah. Sounds a tad jarring at first. But I promise, not morbid as it seems. It's more about, living well now. The article calls it easing the burden on loved ones. Imagine them sorting through your stuff after.
Oh, can only imagine. Helped relatives with that. Emotionally tough, grieving, but also what to do with a house full of stuff.
Exactly. That's where dostadning comes in. Encourages you to deal with belongings, NOW, so they don't have to later. Being mindful of what we accumulate, choosing what to keep, let go, taking control, even after you're gone.
Something we could all use, whatever our age. Looking around my place now, thinking about that one drawer, the one crammed with who knows what.
I think we all have that drawer. But you've hit on something, it's universal. But beyond the practical stuff, there's a deeper emotional side here. It's not just tidying for the sake of it, it's about what those choices, represent.
Yeah.
It really makes you think about, the stories our stuff tells, don't you think?
Yeah, for sure. It's like each thing has a memory tied to it, a feeling, part of who we are, right?
Yeah.
Choosing what to keep, what to toss. That's deep, man. There was this line in the article really got me. This task can feel really overwhelming because it's not just cleaning up, but dealing with all the memories attached to these things. It's a puzzle, emotions, and decisions, and that's where dostadning comes in.
So true. And that brings us to something interesting. We've got celebrating life, honoring memories with Dia de los Muertos, then simplifying, taking stock with dostadning.
Yeah.
So where does Hygge fit in? This Danish coziness thing. Seems like we've gone from death and decluttering to, throw pillows.
Right. Total vibe change, but you're going to blow my mind with how it all connects. I can feel it.
Well, on the surface, yeah, they're different. But think about it. Dia de los Muertos, all those colors, the warmth, celebrating life, that's Hygge, isn't it? Being with loved ones, sharing stories, that joyful feeling together.
You know what? Total makes sense. And the article even said using candles, scents adds to it, which is very Hygge.
Exactly. It's making a warm, inviting feeling, good for the soul. Now, dostadning might seem opposite, but it gets to Hygge differently. Imagine you let go of all that clutter, the stuff weighing you down. You get this calm feeling, spacious, peaceful. That right there is Hygge too.
Wow, never thought of it that way. But so true. When my place is messy, I feel scattered, can't even think. But tidy, organized, changes everything.
It's crazy how our space affects our headspace, right?
Incredible, right? And the best part is getting that Hygge through dostadning doesn't mean you become a minimalist overnight. Not about getting rid of everything.
Yeah. It's not about depriving yourself. It's more like being intentional.
Right.
Exactly. It's making your space reflect you, what makes you happy. Choosing quality over quantity, having stuff around that has meaning, or just makes you smile when you see it.
So less about just decluttering, more like curating a life you love, you know? Speaking of, the article had that step-by-step guide, how to use these principles. Should we get into that?
Definitely. Step 1, and this is important, start with a vision.
Okay, I like where this is going. Tell me more.
Before touching anything, close your eyes. Picture your ideal space. What's it feel like? Peaceful, inviting, happy. What emotions come up?
Already feeling calmer.
Powerful stuff.
Right.
Because we're not just tidying, we're designing an experience, one that fits with how we want to feel. And that takes us to step 2, sorting through what we've got.
Okay, so we've got the vision, ready to tackle the stuff, but where do we even start sorting through, years of stuff?
The article breaks it down into 3 parts. First, those sentimental things, the ones that spark joy just seeing them. Then separate what you actually use regularly versus what's been gathering dust.
Makes sense, like a mix of Marie Kondo's thing, but also being real about what we need day to day.
Exactly. And that's where letting go gets tough for people, especially with those sentimental pieces.
Oh, tell me about it. I've kept stuff way too long out of guilt or something, like that chipped mug from college. Guilty. But the article said, giving those items a new life with someone else. What do you think?
It's a nice way to look at it, not getting rid, but giving it a new story. Donating, passing things on, it can be freeing, you know?
I like that. Okay, so we've decluttered, organized, shared the joy. How do we get that Hygge touch now? Article mentions soft lights, candles, cozy fabrics. Sounds amazing.
It's engaging your senses. What feels warm, comforting, peaceful to you? Maybe a fuzzy blanket on your reading chair, or candles when you're relaxing at night, making a space for your soul.
And they said to include everyday things that mean something to you. Have them out where you can see them, little reminders of the good stuff. Totally. Could be your favorite mug, a piece of art you love, or family photos that make you smile. Those little things make a difference. It's filling your space with what matters.
You know, after this deep dive, I'm feeling kind of inspired to tackle my own clutter. Who knew that life, death, and cozy vibes could be so motivating?
It's amazing, right? That's what's so cool about these traditions. It's not about being perfect. It's about what you're aiming for. Honoring loved ones, creating a peaceful space. It's making choices that fit with what truly matters.
Love that. And on that note, something to think about as we wrap up. If you made your own ofrenda, a personal one, what would be on it? What objects, photos, memories tell your story best? Powerful stuff to think about, even after this deep dive is over.
It really makes you think about the legacy we're creating in every way.
And that's all the time we have for today's deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those spaces cozy, everyone.